Taurus, this is Emmy, and this will be your January 25 reading. So as I've mentioned in the update video, I am slowly diving my practice into shadow work. So what is shadow work? It's basically your blind spot. So what you are unconsciously not aware that is preventing your growth. So this is what these readings will be all about. So I hope you enjoy this new format. If you want to have like more explanation, just go click on my update come back video, and I will see you for your cards. Bye.
Hi Taurus, this is Emmy. So this will be your shadow reading for January, or whenever you are finding this video for yourself. We're going to start with these little cards that I've made from the Archetypes of Jung, who is basically the father of shadow work. So I've decided to use these little cards to see what is the archetype right now that you are embodying. So we're going to start with that. The Lover came out as I was pre-shuffling, so we'll see if this card will pop out again. I hope you like this new setting where you're going to be able to see the cards. I'm actually standing for shooting these videos. I just feel that I somehow feel more grounded on my feet. How is your end of year going? All right, we have a card. We have the Hero. The Hero is all about leaving a mark on the world. It's driven by ego, right? And it's funny because I'm just seeing the Leo card, which is the Strength, whenever I see this card. The archetype of the Hero is all about mastering. It's all about mastering this version of themselves, aka the ego, where the ego will push forward to achieve something that is very egotistic, right? So the ego is all about being, using this version of yourself where you are possibly wounded. So I feel that by embodying the Hero, you're really into actions. You're really someone who needs to do things, or you feel like you're missing out. You feel that like you're not successful or you're not helping the world. I feel that for some of you, you're very, very career driven, just because you want to be capable of putting, how I could formulate that. It's like your legacy. You want to make sure that you are leaving behind a legacy that will show how you created a world that is now different, whether it is on the shorter scheme or into a bigger scheme. And when I say that, I mean, like, is it by helping others in your friend circle, or is it becoming the next CEO of Apple, right? I just saw 303 on the clock, so it makes definitely sense. I have the impression that for you, where there is a will, there's a way. I have the impression also that you are fearing being vulnerable. And this leads to tapping even more into this ego, right? It's tapping even more into that strength that you have, but you just need to make sure that that strength is not perceived as being cocky. And this is where it can be a little bit tricky for you guys. That's an interesting card. I like that energy. It's very fiery too. If I'm not mistaken, it was an orange card. So it's very fiery. It's really into the action. It's very into self-driven. So you are not waiting for people to tell you what to do. It's really, I know where I want to go and I want to do it now. All right. Nice. So we have the sword, we have the vessel, and we have the venom. Bottom of the deck, we have the box. And I'm sorry for my dry hands. I'm a healthcare professional, so the alcohol rub is quite intense, and it's winter here in Canada, so my hands are suffering a little bit. We have the sword as a deeper archetype that you are representing right now. I feel that for some of you, your words are extremely important. You are someone who loves to communicate. I just would be extremely careful about how you bring these words out of your mouth. So you need to be careful, because I feel that your words could be a weapon, and it can be an extremely sharp blade. So I would make sure that you have this balance between being on point and on the other side not being too cocky or being too hard on other people, right? I have the impression that this hero is trying to come up out of the surface, and you're really wondering why now. I feel that it's definitely coming out slowly, so the more and more and more you are driven, but then you're kind of a superhero that just figure out that he had some superpower, and it's all on or nothing. So you're definitely diving into your powers, but it comes out as a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging, a little bit dangerous in a sense, because you have that weapon. And I feel that for some of you, that weapon is definitely your intellect, your words, how you communicate with people. I have the impression that we're not yet into this night, this King of Swords, right? We're definitely into a night that is really, really charging, but that can be a little bit, how would I say that? Clumsy, for the lack of better word. So I have the impression that you could be clumsy with your words, because you're discovering this powerful side of yourself. That's quite interesting. I feel that for some of you, there is, with the vessel card, there is, especially since it's in the reverse, I think that you need to pay attention on your body right now and how you feel in your body. Do you feel that you are, like, you feel that you lack flexibility, or you're uncomfortable, or you have belly ache? I feel that right now there is this sense of, yes, I have this super amazing power, whichever it is. I think that for some of you, it's definitely more into like a communication skill, but your body is suffering because you're spending maybe too much time on building this communication skills, these superpower, where you have this sharp mind, and the body is suffering from a lack of being able to move, of working out, of doing yoga, of resting as well. So pay attention about how you feel, especially when these words are coming out of your mouth and you feel like it's just like the words are just ejecting out, and you're not even conscious about how you say things, because I think that possibly for some of you, you are feeling these discomfort in your body, and then it's translating into words. This is what I'm seeing. It's very, very particular. With the venom, for me, it's a confirmation about the venom and the sword. It's really a confirmation about being mindful of how you express things. You don't want your words to become a venom. You want to definitely bring this softness into your words, knowing that everything that you are expressing, you are manifesting, and you have a choice to have positive wording into your vocabulary, right? You have Taurus, you are, first of all, amazing people. You're definitely driven, and I feel that when you express an idea, or if you are expressing not just an idea, but a position in which you want to be in, then it's almost like it's a done deal, right? So just be mindful of the people that are surrounding you, because the way that you are wording things can be a little bit difficult for them to hear. And I feel that this is all about your hero card, right? Like I was saying, if there's a will, there's a way. This is your motto. And you are considered as the warrior, the crusader, the rescuer, the superhero. So just be mindful, because I feel also that people are seeing you as a great person. And it would be a shame if you were tapping into this ego and now you would be an ale, right? So I feel that this is something that you need to be careful a little bit. Your weakness are being arrogant, right? Or always wanting to fight. So just be mindful of that when you are exchanging with people. Like, how am I coming up to others with this? And I feel that for some of you, it's also time to imagine what you want to achieve with this box. You are confined in a new box where everything is possible. And I have the impression that for some of you, this is new. This is a new installation, a new time frame, a new part or chapter in your life. And it's the moment to create. How do I want life to look like? How do I want to be perceived? How do I want to be with others? How do I want to be with myself, right? It's very, very interesting. I really like it, guys. But I feel that there's warning right now. I think I'm going to go with the Divine Abundance. Let's see what we have next. Tell me more. Okay. We have right now. So we are definitely into this new time frame where you need to stay in the present moment. Yes, we want to imagine how life can be, but I think that there is still things that we need to focus on. So there's a multiple possibilities, but you need to make decisions in how you feel right here, right now. I feel that you could definitely benefit in meditation to access this shadow part of you. And it's funny, we have the intuition at the bottom of the deck. To be able to access this intuition of really what your heart wants, right? And not only you can access your heart, but you can also access the shadow. And it's in silence that the shadow has the possibility to speak. And I feel that for some of you, this is exactly what needs to happen right now, so you can create with the box, so you can envision a life sooner than later. But there is this sense of really being in the present moment, being in this observer that would help your shadow to express itself. And I'm pretty sure that your shadow is like, we need to master things right now. We need to be able to accomplish things where we're not only a wannabe something, we are a master. And I feel that for some of you, this might be to really put the work on learning something, to really be there and put the work day in, day out, so you can definitely achieve what you want to achieve, and also being capable of be the hero of your own life. I feel that for some of you, you are possibly coming from a childhood where you were always in the shadow of other people, where you were never perceived or seen as someone that was really into action. You were more a follower. And I have the impression that this has an impact where you are going through your adulthood and you have the impression that now it's time to make decisions for yourself and you just can't. And let me know in the comments if this is your story. I'm really curious about this. All right. Tell me more. I'm using the Poesis Oracle deck, which is one of my favorite decks that I've purchased this year. And funny story, I was in New York City this summer and there was this yoga shop that was, I think, in Chelsea, who had Poesis, and I was with my family and we traveled all the way to Chelsea just to get a Poesis deck, to finally like being told that there was none available anymore. And I was like, man, we just did 45 minutes of subway to go to Chelsea and then and there's no freaking decks. It was funny, but then I got it later on. But it's really a deck that I'm definitely connecting with. All right, let's see. We have blockages. Yeah, it's funny because when I was pre-shuffling, this card was when I split the deck. For some of you, the blockages are definitely into your expression, into being capable of saying things. With the sword, it makes even more sense, right? In the sword suit, in tarot is all about the intelligence, being a communicator, being capable of like perceiving and having clarity. And I have the impression that for some of you, it's really translating into the way that you are communicating things. There's still a blockage. There's still something that needs to be opened up. Is it your throat chakra? And it's funny because we have surrender at the bottom of the deck. I feel that you've been fighting against that. You've been fighting against healing your throat chakra, and it's been difficult because I have the impression that I just heard misunderstood. I have the impression that for some of you, you are often misunderstood. You feel that you are saying things that make sense to you but doesn't make sense for others, and I have the impression that it's all about being blocked at your throat chakra, especially with that dot here. So there is some healing to do, and I feel that for some of you, it's possibly from childhood. There's things that you wished you had expressed that are blocking your adult version to speak. There is things that are still hurting you deeply that you're possibly not even aware of. And I feel that maybe January will be the opening of these memories where it truly hurt, where you truly feel like you weren't heard as a child. I just want to take a few more from Poesis. And I feel that you are asked to do the work right now as well. You are being asked to not push this healing away, because it's now. We're gonna turn into a year 9 in 2025, and it's time to close all these chapters so we can come up in 2026 the best version of ourselves. And I have this impression where a lot of people will refuse to do the work, and I hope that this is not you, Taurus, because like healing is so liberating, right? And I feel that like with the vessel, you could even like stored, like I have the impression that you stored these energies, and this is why these wounds, these traumas, and this is why your body aches right now. So the body is telling you, hey, I'm really uncomfortable, right? I'm dis-ease. All right. We have one card fell on the floor. We have wish. I feel that for some of you, you are looking into this puddle of water, and you are possibly wishing a lot of things, and you are wishing, I have the impression also that for some of you, you are wishing that you've been better, that you've been a better person, that you've been more successful, more loved, or more loving. But I have the impression that this is mirroring about these wounds that you need to address, these traumas that you need to address. I have the impression that for some of you, you feel kind of like you are unworthy of being loved. And there is this wish that you could be loved the way you want to be loved. And there's definitely these mirror that are in your life right now. And when I say mirror, these are people that are in your life that are triggering this response. And I have the impression that the more you can understand that these people are in your life only to make you feel a certain way, to make you work on yourself so you can finally grow. If you can understand that, then life will be way easier. If you can just stand in a way of observing how people are reacting and how you feel by being in the present moment with right now, then it's just easier, right? It is just easier because you are not feeling like these emotions are drowning you. And this is all about love, being anchored into this life, being connected to your body. And with the vessels, it makes even more sense. And to understand what the mind is saying, understand that you have certain patterns that you are not aware of because there is a reason. There is always a reason, and it's not always easy to accept. All right, let's finish with some tarot cards. Well, I'm seeing that you are slowly opening up to that. All right, we have the Five of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. I have the impression that there is right now a lot of, I wouldn't say conflict, but in French we call it like enfantillage, which just means that it's like child play. I have the impression that right now there is a lot of like child's play around you. And I think that for some of you, it's regarding career, with the Eight of Pentacles. I have the impression that like you still have the impression that you are not mastering a skill. And it's funny because we spoke about this with the box. I have the impression that there is possibly a conflict at work right now that is about your skills, that is about how much time are you putting into your work, that is like you should have mastered this and that, and I just want to know why. Okay, that's interesting. I just heard the less effort you're putting, the brighter you shine. So I feel that for some of you, my beautiful Taurus, the less effort you're putting, the more successful you are. And I have the impression that it's like everything comes easy. And I feel that there is possibly some jealousy that is coming out of this, because for some of you, it could be just extremely easy. It's funny, I have this idea where you are not only this idea, but it's more like this feeling that for some of you, it's like, if you are, for example, like, I don't know, a producer, I have the impression that you are capable of producing a video, a movie, a short movie, a clip in way less time than others. I have the impression that for some of you, you are self-taught, you are self-sufficient, and it can possibly cause some jealousy, some competition. That's really, really interesting. And you're capable of just like slowly brightening everything. I'm sorry, guys, there are some cards that fell on the floor. You're capable of just shining brightly because you don't need to put so much effort into something. It comes out naturally. You're a natural at something. Give me one more. But there is still this hero that wants to pop out, this like, I need to be the best version and I need to show the world that what I'm capable of. When I have the impression that the message here is like, you don't need to do so much. You definitely don't need to do so much. Because you got it within you. You are self-sufficient. You are resourceful. And people are perceiving you this way as well. Give me one more. Oh, that's way too much. That's the issue when you're like shuffling, standing, is that everything is falling on the floor. And it's not just one, it's like 10. Okay, we have one. We have the Hermit. I love that. The Hermit and the Two of Wands in the reverse. There's definitely, like, you're not ready to commit to an idea or to something that you are passionate about. Right now you're more into this observer mode, right? I feel that you know that your light is coming from within. You know that you know your way. And I feel that the more you're going to be able to follow this, the better it will be. And the more you can shine your own light, the more you're connecting with all the perspective of yourselves, your shadow and your light. And I love how right now the light is peeking out, because I feel this is the most important thing for you. I just saw 2727. Go take a look at it. I have the impression that for you the light will win, but you need to embrace all the difference, all your different persona, basically, all these different aspects and the reason why you are doing it. And if you're capable of doing so, then it's just going to be easier. But stay in tune with yourself and just make sure that the way you communicate is nonviolent, is genuine, and is in the best interest of yourself and others. Okay, I hope this resonated with you. I will see you shortly for another reading. Let me know in the comments if it's connecting with how things are in your life right now. And I will see you shortly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, obviously. In the meantime, take care. Bye.